Barzan Aeronautical is a worldwide leader in ISR systems technology. At the forefront of drone research and development, Barzan and their global partners believe this technology can go beyond the obvious uses for defense and security and stretch the boundaries of what is possible with humanitarian and environmental causes. Knowing that today's students will be the next generation of leaders, thinkers, and scientists searching for ways to reach beyond these limits, Barzan Aeronautical is committed to fostering academic excellence and advancing education and learning opportunities for young aeronautical scholars. To fulfill this mission, Barzan participates with centers of learning all over the globe. Today, the focus is on Charleston, South Carolina, the site of the International Drone Challenge Capstone project. Student teams from leading engineering universities are gathered at the South Carolina Aeronautical Training Center on the campus of Trident Technical College to participate in the challenge.
Today we are kicking off, as you know, a 2-semester project sponsored by our partner, Barzan Aeronautical.
We've partnered with Trident Technical College on a number of things because we think that supporting the students and the future workforce is important. So we wanted to sponsor this drone challenge and to support the kids and their education.
Student teams will design, manufacture, and then fly an unmanned aerial vehicle. This fall, the focus is on the design phase of the project, with manufacturing and testing to happen in the spring. There will be a fly-off in April 2022.
Well, I think it gives the students an opportunity to see a real-world experience. That they have to design something that a customer wants. They got to solve all the problems that go into that, and then they've got to be able to get it manufactured. And all the challenges of picking the right materials and timelines to make sure what you've designed can actually be made and can actually fly.
I'm excited because I want to build this thing. I want to see it fly. The excitement of being able to learn how to do this sort of thing and being able to see the results of my learning and effort really excites me. It's not like I'm just taking a test at the end of the semester that I don't get to really see the results of. This is like, it will fly because I knew how to build it properly.
You're designing basically a drone from ground up in really 16 weeks, and then you're doing that while also taking a full coursework of school. So it is intimidating, but it's also really exciting to think that me and a group of 8 other guys can pull something together in 16 weeks and really have a great UAV that can make a difference in our communities.
So I think probably the most challenging aspect to this whole program is going to be trying to define what is the problem that they're really trying to solve. I mean, these are great students. They all have great skills, and they're going to be able to create amazing designs, and they're going to come up with some amazing technical solutions. But what do you really apply that to? That's always the biggest challenge. I like cool tech, I'm an engineer, but we also have to be thinking about how we're going to use that technology in a way that is meaningful.
You know, a lot of times people really underestimate how important it is to understand the customer's requirements and their needs, and then understand how their airplane meets that solution better than everybody else. But it's really a multidisciplinary experience that includes both the aerodynamics and kind of conceptual design, also avionics and propulsion. And each of those disciplines, while applicable and really strongly related to aviation as a whole, is its own discipline. And so they're going to be working on a lot of problems in those areas too, not just airplane design.
So I've been really interested in the program and project management experience. I've always really loved planes. I've always really loved aeronautics, and I think it's going to be a really, really cool challenge. Coming from Clemson, we don't have any sort of like aeronautical engineering programs. It's mainly mechanical as all the students that are coming from Clemson. So I think building on some of those loves for planes is going to be really interesting.
I appreciate how it's a combination of both artistic mindset in that you can have the freedom to be creative and to think outside the box, but you also have to think about it within the confines of reality. Any problem you see in the world, it gives you kind of this creative mindset to go out and fix it.
The problems that the students will encounter largely will be technological problems, but more importantly, I think it's going to be team dynamic problems, whether it be schedules. Each university is on a slightly different schedule. We're in different time zones, different ways of addressing problems. We come from different majors. So those are problems as well as exciting opportunities.
I think the biggest problem they're going to have is learning how to work as a team, because students like being competitive, and this whole process is about coming together and becoming a kind of a unified brain where you take each other's strengths and throw away your weaknesses and build off each other and come up with an integrated project that works.
As we go on, we're tackling different challenges that we may not have even seen before, some of which come from the actual design itself, some of it comes just from teamwork across different time zones, through different universities with people with different mindsets.
I'd say an obstacle is working with different universities because it's a different set of skills, different people, so we have to kind of bring ourselves together even though we're mainly meeting over Zoom.
I think being on Zoom or being remote has been a really interesting challenge for the group.
First of all, the hardest thing is probably getting time zones right.
The communication, being able to work with everyone's schedules, it's all been a difficult challenge, but we've been able to overcome it because we choose to work as a team and not as individuals.
Learning to play in the sandbox is really important. Learning to understand what you don't know and how to find the answers to those questions that somebody else has the answers to. And never believing that you have the answer, because there's always more to learn.
It's the groups of students that get together across the different universities that ultimately design the aircraft, and at the end of the academic year, to watch them fly and grow as students is probably the biggest accomplishment.
Our team is really going to rise to the challenge and is going to do difficult things, but we're never going to be able to learn anything if we don't try and take risks and do things that are sort of moving out into the unknown. If we're just sort of sticking in that status quo, we're never really going to accomplish anything. So I'm excited for the challenge.
So I really want our UAV to have an effect on our community. We have really great technical skills on our team, and we have great support from mentors.
I am very excited to build a UAV that actually flies. I am excited to work with the team and learn how to do this and hopefully be able to fulfill the mission that we have set out for ourselves.
There's definitely some, factors that could be seen as intimidating, but at the same time, it's all a matter of perspective, and I think my team prefers to view it as very exciting. But at the end of the day, it's all challenges that will be overcome, and better yet, that when they are, it will be all the better for us as we move into the industry.
Charleston is the home of Barzan Aeronautical. It is here they have chosen to further their mission to advance the engineering and manufacturing of cutting-edge drone technology. And it is here we will return to for the fly-off of each team's capstone project.